I think kind of two different games. I think, the St. Mary's group, very mature, very well coached, organized. I think they were very threatening as well. So we had to really, with our group of how our dynamics are, we really had to almost match what they were bringing, and it's kind of hard to do when you don't have that much experience and we have so many new players. At one point on the field, I think I looked up and we had two guys that were here from last year, and 9 guys are new, and we were competing against that team. So, it was very encouraging from that standpoint, and the guys did really well. I felt both teams had opportunities. I think we probably had the last opportunity to actually win the game, but it was good learning. It was good that we did well in terms of rebounding into the next game. And I thought UTB was a very hard-working team. They were organized. I thought they were very good. I think they did some things better than we did in certain areas. But we had some really good individual efforts, what we talked about earlier with the 2 goals that we got. So we're very happy with that. And obviously with both of those games being non-conference, we're really still focusing on us in terms of trying to strengthen the things that we do well and work on the things that we just need to grow in. So. But overall, very pleased with the guys, their effort, their ability to continue to learn, and just continue to bond together.
Coach, it just seems like as we moved along throughout the pre-conference schedule, if you will, this team has really just passed each test that they've had.
Yeah.
What do you feel like, aside from conference play starting, what's the next test that you would like to see this team pass as you start looking ahead? Maybe it's schedule, maybe it's cohesion, just kind of like the next test for the team.
Next test for the team is definitely internal in terms of we're getting closer to the midway part of our season. We are now, if we look at our stats, we're playing, we played 24 guys in one half, I think it was one of the games, and then we ended up playing like 26. Our roster last year, I think, was 26 players. So to go from, playing 16, 18 guys, now we're playing 26 or so guys and having the results that we're having. So it's just a matter of us building cohesion with that many people. And then throw in guys that did play, that could play as the weeks continue to go on. So it's just going to be cohesion. It's really going through those normal group stages and really performing at the end when it counts. So we're really just focusing internally, trying to get all of these guys closer on the same page and recognizing, hey, we're going to have to go through some things, but we need to grow when we do go through them.
Coach, this week, one last test before Lone Star Conference play opens up. You travel to Texas A&M International on Wednesday, a side that is notoriously big, notoriously tough, and notoriously has found ways to win games in this conference. You go to their place, like I said, for the final match before conference play. What is your message to the team heading into that match on Wednesday?
I think the message is, we're on the road, which we haven't been. This is our first really long trip of the season. So, it's, again, just how can we really focus and do something that we haven't done yet and go on the road for such a long time, but still maintain our focus during the game with the number that we're taking on the trip. So really it's just, again, about us, and then knowing that it's a different type of opponent that we played, and just being able to really stick to what we've been trying to train on before we get into our conference play. So just can they continue to really, really shine, but yet get better and grow in these areas. So I'm really excited for this group, and mainly because we're still missing some guys that are injured or whatever, and then the next guy stepping up, and we're having success with that. So, I'm really happy with the group for sure. Shout out to Coach Aina, who really did a great job recruiting. We brought in quite a few players, and they've turned out to be really helpful for our team.
Coach, you spoke about the depth on your roster. On Saturday just alone, you had a lot of guys that aren't, typically starters, and then they kind of come in as super subs, if you will. Nolan, Tato Meko, those guys don't normally start. But they came in, obviously had a great game, and then, Andre Cavicchione comes in there and just really kind of limited game action, scores a goal. Jasim Flores plays great on the back line there, Davis Mays as well. What does that speak about? Just, you said you're playing 26 guys a half now. I mean, how about the depth of your team thus far this season?
Very encouraging for sure, and it's almost to the point where we can't say we have starters. It's like we just have groups of guys that can go in, and if we say starters, we're like we have 26 starters, and or 28 even, or even 30, because how there, like I said earlier, we have a couple injuries, and we have some guys that can come in and they can play. So whether we start or come on the bench, it doesn't really matter. We're looking at impact. Are you having an impact for our group? And if you are, we want to keep you. So if we have 26, 28, 30 guys that are doing that, we want to try to make sure that we put them in the right place, and that we continue to work towards not just, like I said, success and winning games, but also building so we're sustainable at the end of the year as well.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Good luck this week. Long road trip ahead. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Long road trip, but we're excited to continue to play. It's very, very good for us.